So how should value from watching this video, you'll want to make sure you take a second and click below to grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint to help accelerate your process in being able to land these midterm rental insurance contracts with respect to your marketplace. Make sure you click the button below and grab it and continue on with the your family, then you say, hey, we might need a little bit more space of our own. And by the way, we have pets. We want to be able to take them to the backyard. You might, again, pick a home. Now, again, these examples are not exclusive. I've seen plenty of families. As a matter of fact, being in New York myself for the past decade, I'm not currently in New York anymore. We had a lot of to do so because I don't know too many 5 bedroom home apartments unless you're living at the top suite, which again, now you're paying a premium price. Therefore, the product is different. The solution in the avatar that we cater to is different. So, if that's the case, if I focus on the, why do I make that distinction? Because if I focus on the solution, if I have a 2 bedroom home, or if I have a 2 bedroom condo or a 1 bedroom condo, and a claim occurs in that situation when they file a claim due to an unforeseen event, then the alternative solution of putting them in a hotel is actually pretty similar of a comp. 2 bedroom home, 1 bedroom home is what I'm used to. You can find a 2 bedroom hotel suite all day long. They'll have the amenities all included. They'll have the gym, they'll have a spa. If anything, it's like an extended vacation. It's actually a pretty good alternative. If you're coming from an apartment and you go into a hotel, pretty similar vibe, depending, of course, on the quality. So the reason I bring this up is if you were given an option to stay at a hotel and you came from a 2 bedroom and you had a 2 bedroom hotel suite, it works out in your favor. It might be even better because you're getting everyday cleaning. It's professional staff. You have a front desk. You can order food at the front. Very similar lifestyle. So therefore, we don't want to compete with the hotels because there's already a solution of their own, and there's a good chance that sometimes the family might just opt in to stay at that hotel for the time being if the alternative solution is very similar. So with that said, we like to go for a problem that is not comparable to a solution for that family. So we like to go for a 5 bedroom home because we know when it's a family of 5 with 2 dogs that need to be relocated, it's going to look very different, right? And our opportunity is going to be one that the family truly needs. The alternative of competing with a hotel is just, we're not competing with the hotel because our product is even better than the hotel with respect to the family's needs. A family of 5 going into a hotel, maybe they're going to have to go for 2 rooms. They're not going to have their living room. They're not going to have their dining room. They're not going to have the backyard. It's just not a good comp solution. Therefore, the hotel becomes a very temporary solution. You're solving a gap in the marketplace. Matter of fact, a report came out about a year ago by Furnish Finder showing that even on Furnish Finder, when you filter for 4 or 5 bedroom homes, there is a small supply of inventory available on that platform, which I'm sure is very similar on Airbnb as well. Just larger homes are harder to come by. Now, the reason I solve this problem is because when people in economics, when you're looking for low supply, then you can charge a higher price because there's less of it, especially because we understand that these issues are more prevalent. So therefore, when there's a large family that needs to be relocated, therefore there is an actual opportunity to have our product be presented in front of them because there's less supply. And because there is less supply, and because we understand the business that we're in hospitality, we finish better, we make ourselves available. Let me say that one more time. We make ourselves available. Let me say that one more time. We make ourselves available. Availability is one of the most important things in this space that most operators do not make themselves available because, either they're doing traditional Airbnb or they're doing long-term rentals and they don't even know where these database exists or where you need to put your properties. So because we make ourselves available, because we finish better, and you want to make sure that this location has enough traffic that can handle beyond just claims for insurance. Why do I say that? Is because I believe you need to have a hybrid occupancy and more than 15% of what the value of the price of you're buying that home from. I want it to bring enough revenue on the short-term rental market, and I want it to be very your market.